Kipuga? Kranao Sherbo? Sishibo!
With a Pinterest-friendly wardrobe and a host of then-modern appliances, The Sims 4 felt like a cutting-edge sequel at its launch in 2014. But what's even more impressive is that a decade later, it's still the benchmark life simulator, offering a profoundly unique household sandbox that's yet to find stable competition. Its aging sense of style and sometimes archaic systems do mean it can't coast on legacy forever, even with an admirable free-to-play pivot back in 2022.
Oh, lava! Droid.
But in 2024, with years of updates and a collaborative network of community tools, The Sims 4 maintains itself as an Imagineer's dream, nonetheless. The Sims 4 provides all the tools you need to build a bespoke world full of customized people who have hopes, dreams, and occasionally questionable haircuts. By distilling the human experience into a pool of malleable metrics, you get the opportunity to play God with families of those virtual avatars, guiding them as they travel the peaks and valleys of life.
Molabide, Chef Gamblood.
While it certainly could have taken the punishing route of finicky and overcomplicated systems, it instead carefully balances its complexity in a surprisingly approachable manner.
Oh, man.
Beyond staying on top of their immediate biological needs like toilet breaks, sleep and hunger, there are aspirations and fears to contend with, as well as bills to pay, careers to nurture, and social lives to spin. Your omnipotence gives you the unfettered freedom to mess with the citizens of your world, and because most of your larger goals are self-driven, it becomes fun to simply play around, however the mood strikes you.
Skiba, you move. Hey, Shuli Prasig.
As with humans, Sims are a complex combination of physical presence and personality, and I love that the Create a Sim toolset's DIY process allow you to make granular choices that set each one apart from the crowd. Pairing up personality traits allow for a cast of uncanny characters to take shape in front of you.
Oh, who bliss them?
A hot-headed genius might fly into a rage when they don't find the time to play a game of chess, whereas a career-driven hopeless romantic could run into difficulties when perfecting their work-life balance. This enticing pick-and-mix process extends into a Sim's likes and dislikes, with the quirks often playing out in strange and comical ways. Unfortunately, there isn't equal subtlety when developing your Sim's physical appearance, especially by the standards of contemporary character creators. There's a decent pool of pre-designed facial features to choose from, letting you push and pull at a handful of anchor points to sculpt their features. It's no Dragon's Dogma 2, which admittedly isn't a huge surprise when The Sims 4 first came out just 2 years after Dragon's Dogma 1, but it is noticeable in 2024. Even so, I was happy to see that I could at least create a diverse range of body shapes through its sliders. Once you've finished molding their form, your Sim will also need a wardrobe for the many situations life throws at them, from working out to bedtime to fancy dinners. Sadly, most of the clothing options and hairstyles in the base game now feel ripped from a 2010s fashion magazine, rather than any modern catalogue. While skinny ties, plaid overshirts, and gauche graphic tees were welcome at launch, there hasn't been a significant update to the default outfits across The Sims 4's 10-year lifespan. That issue leaves long-term players stuck between spending cash on costly couture-focused DLC packs or relying on fan-made mods, which is a drag. That said, there have been some free additions worth celebrating, such as medical wearables like hearing aids and customizable pronouns for your Sims. As well as a god, you'll also become a city planner, able to tinker with the architecture of your community across 3 separate biomes thanks to a comprehensive construction kit. You'll balance financial costs, health and safety, and style to realize your grand designs, no matter how absurd they might be. A rooftop toilet might be an eyesore for the neighbours, but if you like your restrooms with a view, The Sims 4 isn't going to stand in your way. Not only can you flex your creativity one wall, window, and staircase at a time, but you can also fill your creations with esoteric bric-a-brac, like in-case scrolls or a collection of creepy gnomes. And if your building skills peak out at hastily crafted mountainside Minecraft homes, the approachable toolset and submenu of ready-made rooms allow you to quickly leave your mark, without needing a degree in architectural engineering. Though having one certainly would help. The joy of building isn't just for personal properties either, as you'll also be able to take a stab at commercial real estate, where cash flow is the antagonizing force when building your Sim's personal home. Public lots instead require minimum furniture and amenities to fulfill their duty. It's a process that keeps you accountable while gently guiding you away from making useless, lackluster locations. Its sandbox mission statement is always in frame though, and you can easily ignore the rules and get weird with it anyway. However stifling the Create a Sim can feel at times, it's made up for by the meticulous tools at your disposal in build mode. All these systems cleverly intermingle with one another, providing an unpredictable sandbox with so many reactive dynamics that delightfully get in the way of your best laid plans. How you build a house could interact with the personality traits of the Sim who lives there in some unexpected way, and the ensuing chaos can act as an organic jumping off point for scintillating new stories to grow. You generally have enough control to guide your Sims, but you won't always be able to brute force their lives into perfection. And that mitigates the boredom that could come with getting everything you want all at once. Perhaps you want to curate drama on a broader scale. Well, The Sims 4 has an answer for that too. Neighborhood stories allow you to influence the world by adjusting ambient life changes for the Sims across your map, without having to directly play as them. Career changes, accidents, and having children are all aspects of real life, and through this process, the families scattered across your game can continue to thrive, or not, without you. While loosening my grip on every individual element of my Sims' lives was an uncomfortable shift at first, it was great to see them flourish in a more organic way.
Link to Trebane. Piff Dravoy.
If learning the ropes via happy little accidents doesn't sound like your cup of tea, the tip system and scripted scenarios can help smooth over The Sims 4's sharper edges. Not only a boon for newer players, these enlightening systems do well to get veterans like me up to date with the many small but impactful changes that have arrived in free updates and paid DLC over the years. There's a smart balance here that maintains a universal approachability by holding your hand when you want it to and letting go when you're ready to take a risk. Speaking of DLC, 10 years of developer support has left The Sims 4 with a copious amount of themed expansions. The quality of these packs is generally top-notch, but it's a shame that some of the paid add-ons now feel like essential parts of the Sims experience. Adding pets to your household and having a more active role in your career come across as fundamental features that should be available to everybody. I get that this has become the business model, but it's especially frustrating to see stuff like holiday festivities locked behind a paywall. Thankfully, one of The Sims 4's most prominent assets is its strong community. There's a library's worth of user-generated lots and characters to take inspiration from or graft into your game. Plus, years of community ingenuity have also spawned a manufactured hard mode that presents you with hyper-specific tasks to complete if you're searching for more complex scenarios. That could involve anything from building a home with minimal square footage, to my personal favorite, attempting to make your sim have 100 babies in their lifetime.
Bergaba. Oh, fun.
And of course, I would be remiss not to mention The Sims 4's dazzling soundtrack and expressive sound effects. Something it's long been lauded for that more than holds up today.
Shady.
The Sims 4 is starting to feel its age in 2024. But what keeps it so compelling is that magical feeling that occurs when all its parts work together to create a rich tapestry of your Sims' lives. The complex character creator and approachable building mode are both impressive, and as personality quirks rub up against the houses you've tenderly built, you're rewarded with hilarious and profound emotional reactions from the beloved families you're guiding. There's a deeper focus on replicating the complexities of human life than any other game in the genre. Yet despite maintaining the bar for life simulators at large, the last decade has also left the base game with an outdated fashion sense and locked what now feel like core features such as pets behind paid DLC. A problem that can only be escaped by indulging in fan-made mods or costly expansions. Even so, after hundreds of hours of playtime and nearly a decade of history, I'm still always excited to build a new family dynamic and start the chaotic cycle of life all over again. For more, check out our 2024 reviews of Stardew Valley or Disney Dreamlight Valley, and for everything else, stick with IGN.